Hi, I'm nishabynight, and this is my piece called I Envisage a World for I Know I Wish I Will. I envisage a world. I envisage a world where we incorporate all types of diversity, no matter from what background, race, nationality, sexuality, ability, or disability. I envisage a world where our differences do not set us apart, but instead they bring us closer together, where we are passionate to be able to be different yet able to come together as one, where the colour of our skin doesn't conjure up a stereotype, but instead the truth that we are human beings with feelings and experiences that count. I envisage a world where the rich doesn't get richer and the poor poorer, where we care about this aphorism and commit to making a change, where there is not a divide between the aristocrats perched on the high mighty ground looking down at those that cup their hands out, where people don't have the hereditary advantage of being born into a superior class system that promotes an every man for himself approach. What happened to coming together as one instead of survival of the fittest? What happened to the heart of the human race? I envisage a world where politicians do not make false promises just to win our vote, where our voices are still heard when they're raised to power, where people don't vote for a crisis just because their foreign neighbour is misrepresenting all immigrants or because it will lower our taxes by a tenner a month. I envisage a world where people do their research before they vote and understand the demise that they've created for the children of our future. I envisage a world where discrimination is not committed. The term faggot is not utilised because did you know that this demoralising term was used to light homosexuals back in the day? I envisage a world where hate crime is not committed, where sexism is not a thing, where racism does not contribute to the wars of this earth and its other atrocities. I envisage a world where the youth of our society is not obsessed with social media and whatever it is online, where our happiness does not depend on the amount of likes that you get on Instagram. Doesn't the industry realise that we cannot match this false reality because perfection does not exist? Doesn't the industry realise that they are subliminally conditioning young girls to wear these filters, to wear these makeups, to cover their true beauty, drilling into their heads that their current formation is not good enough to excuse spending money on Botox and fake implants? I envisage a world where we change what good looks like. Beauty will no longer be defined as plump lips, peach ass, defined abs, big rack. I envisage a world where I'm not manipulated into thinking that I'm not beautiful enough. Where it's a fashion trend to wear your no makeup selfie, to come as you are, as Kurt Cobain once said. I envisage a world where I don't need to buy Rimmel or L'Oreal to know that I'm worth it. I envisage a world where financial well-being is important, where people aren't ashamed for being skint, where we are allowed to marry whoever we want regardless of the background, regardless of their race, regardless of the colour of skin or their salary. I envisage a world where people aren't ashamed of life's atrocities like divorce or mental health illness as if that makes you tainted. Where the women of India are not inferior just because they're the housewives and the men are superior just because they're the breadwinners. I envisage a world where sex is not a shameful act, where a woman's pleasure is just as important as a man's, where girls can openly admit that they too are sexual human beings and masturbate too. I envisage a world where a woman sleeping around with many guys doesn't make her loose and sleeping with no one make her look frigid. I envisage a world where being who you want to be is achievable, where we're not pushed to become a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer just because society deems that these are the only careers that give us a stable future. I envisage a world where getting into the creative industry is feasible and dreams of Hollywood are not about who you know but what you know. I know, I wish, I will envisage a world where we encompass all types of diversity and inclusion wherever we go and a better educated system beyond our wildest dreams. Thank you.